Okay, quick disclaimer. This is going to be a long video. My daughter tells me some people just like long videos to put them in the background and listen to them. So if that's your thing, I hope you like it. But I'm going to get into a few things, and this is going to be a long one. So you've been warned. All right. So I was asked to make this video explaining a couple things because it may be useful to some people, but I hope it helps. So why am I doing this? I explained in another video what my vision is for the Kitchen Mycology course and the channel and the Patreon and all that. But there's a deeper reason for it. See, most of us go through life thinking, what about me? What about me? What about me? You know, when we hear that somebody won the lottery, it's like, instead of feeling like real happy for the other person, it's like, crap, why not me? A friend of mine used to say that there's only one sin, and that sin is egoism. He used to say all other sins stem from egoism. Ego. Ego by definition means to be separate, to think that you're separate. So it makes you defend yourself and your stuff and not think about anybody else. And that has many levels. Some people are so incredibly egoistic that they don't even care about their own children, which is hard to understand or think about, but some people do. My friend was an atheist. He used the word sin because it was such a strong word. So egoism, to me, is the biggest problem we have right now. Everybody's out for themselves, and in part it's because things are so hard. Life is so hard for most of us that we tend to forget about everybody else. We're just so concentrated on our own issues and problems and survival and all that crap that we tend to forget about anybody else. And I have gained so much from mycology and everything that's related to it, that I wanted to give something back. A lot of people helped me along the way, and I want to give back. Like I said in the other video, I want to get a community going. And if I'm going to get a community going, which we already have, I have about 50 patrons right now in paid for. We have almost, I don't know, close to 200 in total, counting the free, and about 50 paid patrons. Back to the reason I'm doing it is because I want to give back. I want to help people get into this because of the potential to change people's lives with this stuff. But yeah, this is helping a lot of people. So that's why I have that book on sale as well, because that book helps people starting out and takes them through step by step, and it answers a bunch of questions that I had. And everybody that's read it says, I wish I had this when I started. So check out the book at the Patreon shop. In life, almost everything is really backwards. We think that we have to survive, but and screw everybody else. But when you help other people, you survive better. You get what you give. So if you give crap, you get back crap. If you help people out, you get help back from other sources, not from the people you helped. Some people call it vibration, raise my vibration, so that I'm up here and not vibrating low and blah, blah, blah. So I attract good things. Well, if you want to raise your vibration, help people out. So my main reason is to help people out. It's kind of selfish in the end, because the more I help, the better my life is. The more in peace I feel, the better I feel, the more good stuff comes my way. So it's kind of selfish in a way, but you get what you give. So give what you want to get. So I'm giving back all the help I got and trying to do it in mass, to a bunch of people. Almost everything important in life is a paradox. And a paradox is something that seems contradictory, but is true. For example, the only constant is change. It's a paradox, and it's true. The only constant is change. Contradictory, but true. The other one is, what gets bigger the more you take from it? A whole. Those are paradoxes. And you get what you give is another paradox. The more you give, the more you get. So I give selflessly as much as I can, help as much as I can, because that's what I want to get. I don't want to get help, but I want to get a peaceful, good life, which I have, but I want to maintain it. And I want other people to get that. It's like when you watch a good movie or read a good book, you want to share it with everybody. So if I can live in a peaceful way, as easy as I can, and I found some tools to make that easier, I want to share that. I want to share that with everybody. The universe hates needy, clingy energy. If you need something and you're clingy, the universe is like, no, no, thank you. It's like, if you really, really need this job that you're looking for or they're applying for, the universe is not going to give it to you. It's weird. That clingy, needy energy is not good. And if you want a real simple example that you can ascribe it to psychology instead of any woo-woo stuff, you've probably lived this. If you're a guy, you're really into this chick and you're dying to date her, and you get too clingy, too needy, too reachy, you're reaching too much. When you reach too much, other people withdraw. And the universe is the same way. If you reach too much for something, the universe is like, you're too clingy, you're too needy, I don't want you. And if the same person, even if you were needy and clingy before, sometimes, most of the times, even if you already made that mistake, if you all of a sudden sit back, take it easy, talk to her just a little bit. Hey, how's it going? I like your shirt, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. What did you do to your hair? Something. And then you move away, she'll be like, well, why isn't he searching? Why isn't he reaching for me like he was? What happened? What did I do something? Am I wearing something wrong? That kind of stuff. So universe is that way. It does not like clingy, needy crap. You need to make a little commitment. That's the other thing the universe likes. It likes commitment. It likes you to say, okay, I'm going to do this. The course is also a commitment, because it goes from the very beginning, how to make a still air box. Boom, 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 boom. The easiest route. Then If you want to learn some more stuff, then you go this other route, and then you start building up on what you're learning. So it takes that commitment to learn all this stuff, go up the ranks, and become real proficient at it. The universe doesn't like it when you're just wishy-washy, dilly-dally, you know. It likes it when you commit and take things seriously. So that's another reason I made the course, and I made it through all those steps and really in an ordered fashion and all that stuff. So the secret is not to fight, it's to surrender. Another paradox. When you surrender, everything works. If you're swimming and you get a cramp and it's too deep and you can't swim anymore, if you start struggling, you go straight down. If you have the cramp and you relax and you breathe and you just let yourself float, even if you hold your breath and you just go limp, you sink for just a second and then you float. And then you just take another breath and then you float. And your body naturally goes belly down and then you float. It's weird. But if you struggle, you freak out and you sink and you drown. So the other secret is not to fight, but to surrender. Boom. All right, let's do it. My karate teacher was pissed at me one time, and he wanted to fight for a little bit. Let's do some kumite. Let's fight, because he wanted to hit me one hard because he was pissed at me for some stupid thing. And I was 18 years old, and that's when I learned this. I was like, no, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna fight you. And then he kept at it. Come on, let's do it right now, in front of my house, in the grass in front of my house. We weren't even in class, and I'm like, no. And then I looked at him and said, you know what? Just hit me. And I put my arms down, and I said, just hit me. Go ahead, take it out of your system. Funny thing is that he got so pissed, and he said, you bastard. And I said, what? He said, I can't just hit you. You bastard. And he turned and walked away. He walked away, and I was like, I see what's going on. So instead of fighting, if you surrender for real, everything flows. The universe flows. You go down the river. It takes you. It doesn't bash you. The secret is to surrender instead of fighting. Like attracts like. Strife attracts strife. Combat breeds conflict. And love breeds peace. Don't fight, surrender. When you dream and a monster is chasing you, who is the monster in the dream? It's a nightmare. Everything is so freaking real, and you're sweating and you're running and your heart is beating. Even when you wake up, your heart is beating fast as hell. It's real. In the dream, it's real. And there's a big ass monster chasing you down, wants to eat your toes or something. Or your brain. Zombies, they want to eat your brains. And they're running after you, and you're scared shitless. Each and every one of those zombies is you. You created it. It's the craziest fucking thing ever. The zombies, there's nobody else. There is no other mind, other being, and no other entity that it's separate in those zombies. It's you. You created the zombies to chase you, like Alan Watts says, to turn around the corner and go boo. You can't scare yourself if you know it's you. Have you ever tried to play chess against yourself or checkers? You can't. It's horrible because you know what the next step is going to be. You need a separate self, a separate entity, a separate being to play a game. And some games are great, like sex and you know, dancing and playing games. Those are great. Riding your bicycle with other people, whatever. But some are horrible. Some are pain. Some are people trying to kill you. The zombies, the people trying to kill you, are not separate selves. They're not another guy. They're not another zombie. They are you. When you wake up, you realize, it was just a fucking dream. There were no zombies. But we never think, okay, there were no zombies. We never think, what an idiot. I created the zombies. Why didn't I create supermodels? You know, beautiful women chasing me. Why didn't I create that? Why did I go with zombies? There's a long explanation for it. It's your brain processing and your mind processing stressful things in life, and like your dickhead boss becomes a zombie or a monster, or somebody wants to kill you, and that's how your brain processes trauma. But there is no other. I'm sorry, man. There's no other. I'm not even supposed to tell you this, but I don't care. But anyway, this is why, because I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking to you. You're listening to yourself. You're not listening to me. And the biggest trick of all, the biggest secret of all, is start helping people. Start helping everybody, even your enemies. Love thy enemy. People think about love thy neighbor. In the Bible, it also says, love thy freaking enemy. How can you love your enemy? Why would you love your enemy? Because it's fucking you. It's so fucking crazy. It's people that want to kill you are children having a tantrum. An asshole boss is a kid with a tantrum. You don't go to their level. You just look at them and go, you're having a tantrum. I'll just sit here, wait for it to pass, and then we'll talk. Let me know when it passes. But we get into it and we fight, and you did this to me, you did this to me. There is no me. There's just one. There's no separate me and you did and I did. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. And when you start, if you fake it till you make it and you start doing that, you'll see how easy your life is going to get. Don't believe anything I tell you and just fake it. Just think, this person having a tantrum, it's just me. I'm talking to myself. This is all bullshit. My girlfriend or my wife is so pissed at me. It's just me bringing this shit up to have a good time. Because I think at this point that arguing with somebody is a good time or interesting, or it's like watching a horror flick. But just fake it till you make it. Start doing that. Man, everything gets so freaking easy. Everything is so easy. I had somebody arguing with me. I'm not going to say who. And this person was so pissed that I just started laughing. And I'm not even going to say if it was him or her. So this person gets even more pissed, to the point where literally this person started jumping up and down like little kids do. Jumping up and down like a little kid. And I laughed even harder. And I said, you're shitting me. That didn't help at all. Don't do that. The level of anger rose and rose and rose, and until the next day, or maybe even days after, we see each other again, and the person goes, yeah, I was just having a tantrum. That was crazy. But yeah, fake it till you make it. Help everybody. We got to help each other. Life is too freaking hard for us not to help each other out. It's that simple. Life is too hard for us not to help each other out. If you see a stray dog and he's skin and bones, you give him food. But we walk by or drive by homeless people, and we're used to it, and we're numb, and we don't care. We can't help them all, I know, and it's we can't end world hunger and all that crap, and some people's karma, they have to live this, or life contract, and all this shit is another way to see it. At the end, it's just you. It doesn't matter. But it's easier if we help each other out. When I was a kid, an old fart out of nowhere in this store, somebody was pissed, arguing with somebody else, and this old guy came to me and said, just looked at me. He was standing next to me in line, and he looked at me and said, you know what? Life is so much easier the good way when we help each other out. Being angry and pissed and arguing and fighting each other, takes so much effort. That is so hard. It is so hard. Why do people do this? Go the easy route. Just help each other out. Don't get into this shit. And it stuck with me, and it took me many years to get to a point where I can apply it more. Let's just say apply it more of the time. But it's so much easier to help each other out. But how does it work? Why does it work? Okay, I'm going to give you the biggest secret ever. A lot of you may know it. Some of you may not. You may know it and you don't know how important it is. This is the most important, the biggest secret of life ever. And this is why all this shit works. It's because there is only one. It's not like wishy-washy. Yeah, we're one. Nah. It sounds pretty. It's in the books. No. The secret is there is no separation. There is only one. You're watching yourself right now. I am you. I'm talking to myself. So if I'm helping you, I'm helping me. If you're helping me, you're helping you, which is why I say let's keep this community going so that we can get more people and help more people. That's the biggest freaking secret. I'm not even supposed to tell you this, but I don't care. There is no separation. There is no other. Anyway, that's why I'm really doing this. That's the reason why I'm really doing this. And that's why I'm charging $5 for the full course. And that's why, I'll answer like that and I help everybody I can. And this is why. So, believe it or not, I don't care if you believe it or not. This is my reason. This is why I'm doing it. So, help each other out, man. It's the easiest way. It's the best way to live life. And remember, the mycelium is growing.